didn't. No, this is the clicker. Okay, here we go. X2 core.
So as you can see here, this is we had core synergistics in P90X. This is X2 core. So you can just tell by some of these movements, right? You're doing some pretty fun stuff. You're adding plyometrics with core movements, and of course you've got modifications. It's just sort of the next level of core synergistics.
Yeah, and a lot of the program is really, as you'll see, functional. Now here, this one is going to kill people, plyo side.
Yeah, plyo side. I got the red shoes on for this one, baby, So, poor Tracy and Mark, I don't think they've ever been the same since. But the idea here is, the great thing about this one is you're moving more laterally. I know in P90X, it was, more about jumping in one spot, but we're moving side to side more, and we're going for more vertical height too, which is really important when it comes to plyometrics.
Recovery and mobility. There's the foam roller.
Where's our foam roller? Right, there's poor Cedric. Oh, he's trying. Cedric, don't cringe so much now. But you're right, you can see our modification here. We've devoted an entire DVD to the importance of recovery. And you're allowed, you can see the different versions. That's the death version from Isabel there with spikes in it. Yeah. But it's an amazing, incredible tool.
I love that thing. It's super soft.
And it's above and beyond stretching. It really is. Stretching is phenomenal. Yoga is phenomenal. But this takes it to the next level.
All right. Total body.
Total body is just like it sounds. You're doing one arm bicep curls in Warrior 3. Hello! All right? You're doing pull-ups where your whole body is crunched. You're doing plyometric push-ups on a stability ball.
Oh my God.
And freaking Jeremy Yost beat me there. That was brutal for me. Brutal for my ego. But what's fun about that is, how about that one? The reason why it's 5 days a week is because almost, I'd say 95% of the exercises, everything's involved. It's not just chest or just shoulders, just arms.
Yeah. And that actually is what makes it more athletic, because when you're out there, you're not moving one body part when you're doing some move on the field. You've got to be able to react. You've got to be able to move sideways. You want to be able to recruit the right big movers with your stabilizers in order to perform.
You want to build that foundation. You want to build that strength. But while in the process, you're also building speed and agility and power. And also, with all that lateral and vertical movement, you're tapping into parts of your legs and your butt that we haven't seen before.
And how can you improve on Africa?
Well, there's Pfeiffer scissors with an added reach. If you were in my workout the other day, you saw that. I mixed an interesting combination of some things that folks have seen in the Yoga Belly 7 for P90X, and we've added a lot of stuff. We're up, like the Mason twist, for example. We're up a lot, up on our butt, because you're forced to use your core that way. So it's a brand new mix. It's a brand new Africa X2, and it'll be just as brutal as the first one.
Yeah. Now, you talk about core, balance and power X2 is coming up. X2 Yoga.
Your friend Crane there. What I did we had a lot of conversations about this, but when it came to the P90X2 Yoga, we wanted to get back to basics a little bit. We wanted just a constant flow. You know what I mean? So we took out some of the standing balance moves. We got busy right away. The warm-up was a little bit shorter. And we wanted to condense the very best of the best of moves that I think are most effective in yoga in the course of about an hour and 5 minutes.
So last time it was done in sort of two parts. She had the whole vinyasa phase in the first 45 minutes. When love is in. And then we were standing on our heads and our fingers were up our noses.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy. Last night, I was walking through the hallway. I had my own workout, and yesterday was yoga day for me. I'm doing yoga in, Crown Room 3, and all of a sudden 35 people showed up. So,
All right, now talking balance and power, which is your core routine. That is my favorite move in this whole thing.
That move is crazy. Well, balance and power is exactly what it is. You're adding balance components and strength components at the same time. Usually you'll see them separately.
Look
at that. Oh, that's crazy.
Outrageous.
Yeah, that doesn't require anything whatsoever. So, it doesn't look like much, for example, that one where you're on your forearms. But oh my God, you get to your 10th one. And oddly enough, the beautiful thing is you can feel your core working without having to get on your back and work your core specifically, right? So as a result of that, a lot of those moves you just saw, your quads are engaged, your glutes are engaged, your pelvis is tilted, your core is firing without having to actually do crunches, which are important as well. We see those in Africa X. But, we're just trying to help people become more athletic, become stronger, and in the process, become gorgeous as well.
Well, my experience personally with this versus other kind of ab moves, this one, I have a tendency to get really tight in my lower back, right? So these kind of moves, a lot of plank moves, man, just fixes my lower back pain. Like it's just fixed.
Right.
So I'm excited about that. All this extra core work. Anybody who, you know, if you sit a lot, you work a lot, lower back tightens up, and I think you're going to feel some relief by strengthening it this way versus just doing the old.
Well, you know, it's amazing how much we've learned in 7 years when it comes to just doing a standard push-up. You know, like today, like the other day when we were in my workout, you know, you never heard me cue things like flex your quads, drive the backs, you know, your backs or your knees toward the ceiling, and turn your heels back, and tilt your pelvis towards your elbows. You know, I mean, we cued it as best we could based on what we knew at that time, but we've learned so much in the interim that, you know, when you see folks now do, in P90X2, you see them do a push-up, they're like this steel rod from head to heels, you know, and that's the idea. And it requires, you know, some new philosophy to be able to do that. And when you do, like yourself, you prevent that injury. Because so many people have that lower back slack when they're doing their push-ups because they're focused just too much on numbers. Now we're focusing more on form. And when you do that first, your numbers will go up. You'll also not get hurt, and you're engaging everything.
No, I saw that. Everybody was so strong in the room, I actually ran across everybody. Chest, back, and ball ends.
Yeah, we thought we had chest, back, and balls for the one-on-ones, but we thought for the masses we should probably get up. So it's called balance now. Yeah, there are levers, there's push-ups on your fingertips, there's four-wall push-ups, you know, and trust me, when I first started doing that move in particular, it took me like 8 or 9 times to get 2 or 3 reps. And that really pissed me off.
That's what's cool. That's what, you know, you get P90X2, people go, oh boy, you know, $120 or whatever, and they get for a set of DVDs. This isn't a thing that it's like one and done. You're going to do this for years. And kind of like all the programs, you go back to them. Even still with Power 90, you go back to it, you're lifting a different weight, you get a whole, just a completely different experience out of it. This is so rich. This is 2 years of richness that people are going to experience as they do this over and again, and back and forth with P90X, P90X2, work in Insanity, work in Turbo Fire, work in Asylum. It's like, you got the coolest gym on the planet right downstairs. Absolutely.
If you look at our winners last night, the vast majority were combo. You know, you would see the combination of different programs that they would use. And that's the beautiful thing. You can customize your own workout routines. You know, we are learning, everybody here in this room, and people outside of this room who are, you know, P90X and Beachbody customers, are much more sophisticated than they were back in the old days. Back in the old days, it was either do nothing, because it was too intimidating, or go to the gym and just do the same old thing that stopped working. And now, because of this incredible library that we have, all of us are just learning more. You know, everybody's becoming their own trainer because as a result of this huge library we have.